Welcome back to the Breakthrough Podcast. I'm your host, Jonas.
I'm your co-host, Parker.
And, man, it feels great to be live and in living color with CM Punk as your World Heavyweight Champion. Man, I was scared for a little bit. We'll talk about that when we get to it. I just had to get that off my chest. It's a little cold up here where we're recording, but under the shirt, I do have the shirt that Parker bought for me for the 1-year anniversary. But, Parker, we got to go over some wrestling. And I know I had a little Rebel Spirit Pro to talk about, a little indie show to talk about.
Bring it up now or later?
We'll bring it up later. We got some Dijak Hijack mentions. And, yeah, if it's running short on the podcast, I have a story about when I got my hair cut that I don't even think I got to talk to you about yet. I'll tell you either way. But, yeah, welcome back to the Breakthrough Podcast, episode 47.
20 more.
20 more, and we're at that good number. But we're going to start off talking about Raw from the 25th, something like that. Opening segment was CM Punk and Jey Uso facing off before their World Heavyweight Championship matchup at Saturday night's main event. A very tense promo, but honestly very lackluster. They exchanged jabs at each other and claimed their stakes in the title picture, each trying to psych out the other. Honestly, it was a weird promo on both sides. Neither men felt like they gave it their all when it comes to how they delivered on the mic and how they were just talking. I liked Punk's cockiness, but the rest of the promo was kind of weird because I felt like they're like, Punk, we're gonna let Jay win this promo battle here, and I feel like Punk just didn't talk as much as he should have in like their only promo that they got to have because of how like crazy this was. Seth got injured out of nowhere. So that was, I don't know, I felt like the promo was lackluster. Jay's like, he felt so childish in a way because he was like, nah, you know what? Screw you, Punk. And then he just kept going through it. And I was like, don't know how I feel about that. Overall, it was pretty good. Speaking of Jey Uso, I want to bring this up because
While you're bringing it up, do you want me to talk about how I felt about it?
Oh, yeah, you go ahead.
I mean, like, we all know that Punk could cook Jay in a one-on-one promo, but I feel like they wanted Jay to get more stuff in just to show that, like, he's somewhat of a contender.
It gave him a better chance.
And it honestly would have made sense if he won, which, like, as Jonas mentioned in the beginning, but it would have made more sense if he won. That would explain why the promo was more Jay focused and sided. Oh, I didn't even get to read that comment yet.
That's what I was going to get to next because we're talking about Raw. So if you're done, I'll talk about this.
Yeah.
We had our first real comment. That was pretty cool. So I'm not reading that out because that's a lot, but if you know who you are, you know who you are. And I'll read it off here. I think people do take things a little too far with criticizing Jay, but I do see why people are mad about the situation. You had guys like AJ, LA Knight, and Jimmy, but instead they picked Jey Uso, which is by far the worst possible outcome. Jey Uso is truly talented and deserves his position, but the same thing applies to LA Knight, who still hasn't gotten the World Heavyweight Championship. And honestly, hot take, but I think Jey Uso should win, saves CM Punk to get a major title for the main event of WrestleMania and have Jay do something different with the title. Appreciate you for the real comment. Great that you're discussing with us. That's what this is all about. At the end of the day.
I can understand how he's thinking with that, because, like, I mean, I get, especially if you were a huge Punk fan like Jonas, it'd be awesome to see him win the world title, especially in the main event of Mania.
Yeah.
Where he's never main evented in Night 2. Night 1 still almost has.
It's great, yeah, but come on.
But, like, winning in Night 2.
It's
and also,
here, man.
maybe Jay proving that he's not just the Yeet Man, which everybody was already saying that.
Yeah, he was saying earlier last week, I'm not just an entrance. But last night, he proceeded to run back the entrance. And guess what? He frickin' lost. So I guess he is just the entrance. We'll talk about some other reasons why, a few neck-breaking reasons. We had a singles match between Penta and Rusev for the number one contendership of the Intercontinental Championship. Winner faces Dom at Saturday night's main event. It was a good match overall, but it ended in a no contest due to interference by Los Americanos, which was all from the scheme of the greatest heel of all time, Dominic Mysterio. After the match, they continued the beatdown. Then we head to the back where Adam Pearce makes Penta versus Rusev versus Dom for the IC title official for Saturday night's main event. And this is where we started realizing, wait a second, this SNME might be stacked. Because last week, we got made official Jade versus Tiffany. That's a world title match. We had, we have just in the first couple of seconds of this freaking podcast, we're talking about CM Punk and Jay for the World Heavyweight Championship. Although it is vacant, it's still a World Championship match.
Title's still going to change, technically.
And obviously, when we get to SmackDown, we'll talk about what gets made official there. But then we had the Tag Team Women's Championships on the line for the main event in a great match. What is up with these randomly put together Women's Tag Team Championship matchups stealing the show on a random Monday Night Raw in the main event? Because
it was a good match.
It was my favorite match of the night. It wasn't my match of the week, but obviously my favorite match of the night. I thought it was good, though. I think they have great chemistry on both teams. You know, we have a whole storyline going on with Bayley and Lyra with the whole kind of different personalities of Bayley. You know, the hugger, the heel, the now,
Like
all
we
that
said
type
last
of
week,
stuff.
it's starting to make more sense.
It's starting to get better.
It's
I'm
coming.
starting to like
It's all
this.
coming together. Yeah,
Even like
it's
backstage stuff. Like she's like talking to Michael Cole on Instagram and she's like, no, that wasn't me. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't act like that with you. And I saw that. She also was talking to him last night, which was funny. But Charlotte and Alexa really, like, this makes me like Charlotte Flair. And that's crazy for me to say because I was like her biggest hater. Like I was so torn when I picked her for the Royal Rumble predictions, even though she basically is the reason why I won the championship at that event. I was so torn because, I don't know.
I don't understand why people dislike Charlotte Flair.
She's so much better now, though. I think before, the heelness wasn't... I felt like the heel part wasn't, like... It felt like it wasn't a character. It felt... And I know that's how it should be, but I feel like there was so much stuff going on where she just didn't lose. And yes, it felt like it was just because she was Flair.
The only thing that really made me, like... It's not that I disliked her. The only thing that really made me mad about her as a wrestler is that whole Tiffy promo.
Yeah, I think that was...
The passion? Like, that really pissed me off.
Yeah, because, like...
Two blonde Barbies.
I don't know, it was just weird, because, like, she... I don't know, that promo was a whole story for another day. But, the match was great. They retained their titles, and after the match, the Kabuki Warriors attacked them. Obviously, we all know where that's heading. Definitely a tag team title match at some point, and I'm not against it. Probably good. They could. They very well could.
When did Charlotte and Alexa win this?
SummerSlam.
I thought it was Evolution. No, it was SummerSlam.
No, SummerSlam. Because Evolution.
Oh yeah.
Other than that, I don't think there's anything else I want to say about Raw. Is there anything you want to mention?
No, I mean, it was pretty good. I do have a few things to mention after Saturday Night main event.
Okay.
About the Raw I'm going to, and I'll bring up my uncle's point because I think it's very plausible.
So, here's my next thing, and that is about that whole thing. In not just like what got announced at Saturday Night main event, but we're going to 2 different shows, 2 different weeks. You're going to Raw next Monday, not tomorrow, not the day this is coming out. Yeah, you're going to Raw on the 10th, and I'm going to Dynamite on the 19th because Jaden bought those tickets. I want to bring a sign because we do have extra signs because Jaden got that sign. We all know. But I do want to bring a sign. I don't know what I'm going to bring. I kind of want to bring a Stash Club thing, but I don't know.
Or break the ring sign.
Yeah, I might just bring BTR. Because I'm not promoting. I'm just saying BTR. I mean, it just means break the ring.
You could put at break the ring.
Or I could put SCW, or it'll be stupid Claudio and Wheeler. Yeah, we're gonna be on TV.
Are you hard?
It's lower section. Ooh. So we're definitely gonna be on TV.
Ooh, let's go.
Keep your eyes out.
Maybe what if you recreate, like, you know how you have the Punk side and you were on TV?
Yeah, that was cool.
I know you can't bring a Punk side, but like, you could bring like a.
I'll bring something probably.
I'm not bringing.
Moving over to Fright Night Dynamite, my favorite show of the week for TV shows. Opening match, Trick or Treat Tornado Tag Match, Darby Allin and Orange Cassidy versus the Death Riders, Daniel Garcia and Wheeler Yuta. Great matchup here. Darby came out cosplaying as the Invisible Man, so he had like the wrap around his head so you could see who he is. Can you put the markers down, please? Yeah, it was a great match. Darby did a couple of those like dives to the outside where he jumps onto the guy in the chair, where those are always deadly.
Speaking, I just want to bring this up now because while we're on Dynamite, I've seen so many memes online of Claudio throwing Darby.
It's all on Reels.
I see it on TikTok too.
No, so
a
that's
bunch of
the
my
funny
friends
thing.
are sending me
Yes,
like,
and
this is what you're watching,
yeah,
and I'm like, yeah.
Bro, there was like at least 4 reposts on one of the Reels, and none of them watch it. And I'm like, dude, I've known about
The
this.
kid that had the lunch incident with, he sent me the video. He's like, you watch this for fun? And I was like, yeah. He's like, dude, this is awesome.
But the match was very high octane, forward with ladders, chairs, and floor spots. Darby locked in the Scorpion Deathlock on Wheeler Yuta for a submission and the win for his team.
Loses to Yuta after winning against Mox.
In an I Quit match.
Yeah.
Great match. Thought it was entertaining. And then, was it after this that Orange Cassidy goes,
Blood and guts.
Blood and guts.
I thought.
I'm glad they are doing 2 blood and guts in one night. If it's a 2-hour show, just make it the 2 matches.
Yeah.
Because I put it out on Twitter. I apologize to everybody at Rebel Spirit, but the entire night I was just really excited for Cruel versus Dijak. The other matches were great, and I love Seabass Finn, and I love Miles Hawkins. I love those guys, but I was excited about that. I think it'd be smart if they just do those 2 matches.
Last year's Blood and Guts was so good.
Oh my god, it was so crazy.
I don't know if they can top that.
No, they can.
You think so?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, no. Bro, the mic's gonna pick that up. It was so loud. We then had the first round in the Women's World Tag Team Championship tournament, where Julia Hart and Sky Blue pick up the win against Jamie Hayter and Queen Aminata. The Sisters of Sin pick up the win with help from Tekla on the other side. A storyline twist as Penelope Ford reveals she's out indefinitely with a torn UCL, forcing Megan Vane to find a replacement. And just as she does so, you get Marina Shafir walking into screen, and Mox goes, good luck to whoever, because that's an insane team. Megan Vane and Marina Shafir.
But Mercedes and Athena.
Yeah, like, who's going to lose that? I don't understand.
They could lose by DQ.
Who knows?
You know what I could see happening? For some, because, like, you know, Mox doesn't care what he does. I could see him going into the match and, like, slapping Mina Shafir.
Mina Shafir?
What's her name?
Marina,
same thing, shut up. I think I was thinking Mina Shirakawa.
Shirakawa.
But, yeah, he slaps her, and by technicality, that's a DQ.
That's what I thought was going to happen last night with Drew.
They win. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's very well possible. We then had a tag team title contender match, a 4-way featuring FTR, the Young Bucks, Jurassic Express, and Jet Speed, which, Jet Speed come out when I hear a little, to fly. And Jaden pointed it out. So if you don't know what that means you got to go back and watch Guest Wrestler by the first 3 seconds of their theme song. Little plug. That was a good plug, huh? Good plug. Yeah, so great match here too. I didn't know when this match was going to end, but it did end with FTR emerging victorious, earning the number 1 contendership spot to challenge the tag team champions Brodito at the upcoming Full Gear pay-per-view, which means, Parker, I may be getting a little promo battle between FTR and Brodito, and I might be seeing the Costco guys, and that's not even a joke.
If you see them, please take a video.
It's not even a joke. They have a match at Full Gear. It's the Costco guy, Big Boom AJ, and QT Marshall versus the Double Cows family. If they come out, everybody out of school is going to watch that because they know who they are. If they come out, bro, that's going to be the funniest thing ever because they record ROH, so they have a strong chance of coming out.
Are they
they're not doing dual taping that night, are they, Jin?
They announced it.
Because Full Gear is a Saturday.
Is Big Boom AJ on 0 Hour or is it on the
I
main
don't
show?
know yet. They've just announced.
If he's on the, I bet he's on the main show. All of his matches so far have been on.
Yeah.
I think whenever they do Dynamite only, they always film ROH, so there's a high chance.
Well, I mean, Collision filmed ROH.
But it also could just be a random ROH for like a month from now.
Yeah, that's true. Because they do it sporadically. Because I was watching, Jaden bought their ROH like thing one time so we could watch a Bandito match, and so he had it for a little bit, and I remember looking up at the TV, and I was like, okay. But I remember I was like confused because it went from like Daly's place to just like a basic arena, and I was so confused. And Joe was like, "Oh yeah, they do random." I was like, "Okay." But no, I'm excited FTR won because that's a great classic heel team versus a face team. It's gonna be a great match. Honestly, don't know who's winning that. I'm gonna say it now. Don't know who's gonna win that because they're both really great. But a great match from the tag division. Imagine we got to pick. All right, ready? Quick little TikTok video in the middle of all this. Basically, you have to pick one tag team from AEW versus one tag team from WWE, and that you got to pick it. One tag team from both companies. I don't mind.
All right.
I'm gonna go Fraxium versus Brodito.
I had Fraxium versus Jet Speed.
Both those are gonna be fire. But yeah, okay. We then had the Don Callis Family Summit, which was really funny because they had 2 tables and it had everybody's name and everybody was there except Konosuke Takeshita, who interrupts Okada's part.
And Andrade.
Yeah, Andrade.
But that's
He's literally the Voldemort of AEW right now. It was so funny. Don Callis is yelling at them, "You two need to sit down, shake hands, and hug." And Okada, or Takeshita, extends his hand. Okada extends his hand, and he flips it, and he just flips him off. It was so funny. And then Takeshita's eyes just get so wide. So I'm excited for that matchup when it officially happens. Give Takeshita the Unified Championship.
Okada Hogan. This guy hates Okada.
No, it's just that he doesn't lose. That's it.
Neither does Punk.
A great match, John Moxley versus Kyle O'Reilly. Dude, Kyle, in this match, Kyle caught Mox, like, on his unibrow with the tip of his boot, bro, and it just started bleeding, and I was like, yep, that's gonna get him to start going feral in this match. He's gonna start murdering him. Great match between 2 well-known technical violent wrestlers. The bout ends in a double countout with no winner declared, keeping their feud alive in Unsolved. I'm pretty sure this is where the Blood and Guts announcement was. I think.
Blood and Guts.
And then main event, 4-way. Main event for number one contendership. Hook versus Bobby Lashley versus Samoa Joe versus Ricochet.
Who's gonna win?
I was hoping for my boy, my Hook. I love the guy. He's so good. The theme song, they cut it so perfectly now. It just starts with it. Oh, it's just so good. It starts right at the best part.
The Hook said no.
But great main event. Ricochet, this is just a good sequence. Ricochet hit a springboard 450 onto a pile-up. Lashley then hits a spear onto Joe, who was muscle-bustering Hook, which was insane. Eventually, Joe locks in the cocaine clutch on Hook, who could no longer be saved by any other participants, and taps out. And this is the best part of the entire show. And I know Jaden loved this part. After the match, Joe is presented with the championship match contract by various people in costume. Joe says he's seen this before and tells Hobbs and Shibata to take them out, revealing the most important Stay Puft Marshmallow Man as a nobody. And I mean that in the nicest way. And he's like, okay, we're good now. We can sign the contract. So he signs the contract, and Shivani, which I was like, he sounds like he's speaking from the heavens. I swear to God, I said that. And he walks in the ring, and he goes, "A toast to the champion." And it was so funny because he's like, "A toast to Hangman Adam Page, the epitome of a cowboy or something." And then he's, "Long live the Hangman."
No, it was
and
long may he reign.
It was something like that, and I got scared. I was like, "Whoa, what's happening? Is Shivani like getting possessed like OG Undertaker?" And then Jaden starts around. I was like, and I was like, "No, it's not." And then he smashes the bottle on Joe's head. His head starts bleeding immediately.
And he takes
the nastiest buckshot lariat I've ever seen, better than any of Logan Paul's, and the man was in a full suit. 1 second. No, but that was good. You talk about it. I'll be right back.
Okay.
If you like 2 seconds.
That's fine. Whatever. Man, I don't know. Like, I'm liking the storyline, man.
Yeah.
Bro, shut up. Okay, Jane, do you have some issue with me? Like, I'm just curious. Do you have like any issue with me? Because it seems like all the time I'm getting concerto beaten up, I'm in the hospital, and you're just doing nothing about it. You're just sitting there watching. And I get he's your brother, you want to do the right thing, but it's just like, you know, you can go against your siblings like that. But, you know, it's just, I'm always sitting there getting beat up, I'm in the hospital, and you're sitting there doing nothing about it, watching, laughing sometimes. It just really pisses me off because, like, all the time, it's just nonstop with it, and... Oh, yeah, fine. Sorry, keep going.
Mom, sorry, mom, you take out the trash. Yeah, good.
Yeah.
All right. Sure. Okay. But yeah, I'm sure Parker told you guys what he thought about that. No, I thought it was fun. I'm excited for that match because, like I said, I'll be going to the go home show, so I might see a little Joe and I might see a little Hangman. Great Dynamite though. Honestly, one of my favorite episodes this year. The show opened on SmackDown with Tiffany Stratton and Jade Cargill facing off. Tiffany said, "I don't want to wait for no music. I want to face her right now." And then Nick Aldis comes out and he's like, "Tiffany, you can't do this. We know your knees a bit injured. We need you to go to the back, and we need to wait for tomorrow." And then Jade Cargill comes out, and they confront each other, leading up to their match on Saturday night's main event. Nick Aldis also during this announced that the two were prohibited from physical contact before their championship match, increasing the tension around the storyline. I thought it was a good way to open the show. Also, that place had a cool Tron. They brought back the huge screen.
Yeah.
But it wasn't just a flat screen. So it was actually kind of okay because it curved and then there was like mini screens in it. It was kind of cool. We then had my favorite part of SmackDown, and that is the U.S. title open challenge where Ilya Dragunov defended against Nathan Frazier, but almost had to defend against Tommaso Ciampa, which big pop from me when I heard No One Will Survive. That theme song's great. And I know Nathan Frazier had been teasing it last week during the first one, and then, he talked to him after that match and all that. During the match, Frazier pulled off a Phoenix Splash and had Dragunov in a deep pin, but he kicked out. Dragunov finished after an H-bomb for the win and retaining his championship. After the match, he gave props to Frazier, who then was attacked by Ciampa. Then, Axiom came out. Then, Johnny, all that, and they started brawling, and they go to the back, and Ilya was just in the brawl, fighting with them, and he goes, "Stop fighting!" And,
This isn't personal.
I hated it so much. He's like, where's my title? But no, obviously he didn't say it. And then he picks it up, the guy, and he goes, yeah. And I was like, not Tama Tonga. Don't you dare. I tweeted, I was like, the Mad Dragon versus the Midas faction today, really? We have to do this.
That's going to be War Games, too. Oh. NFT versus 5-6.
Yeah, Blood and Guts versus War Games. Can we be so serious? We then had Carmelo Hayes versus Kit Wilson, where Carmelo almost lost after The Miz ambushes him from behind, hitting the skull-crushing finale, just barely making it into the ring, was then hit with a DDT, but Hayes kicked out, and then hit the first 48, which is seemingly his new sig or finish, for the win. I know he's been kind of using it a little bit, but it's like the first time it really picked up a win, I'm pretty sure. But that was good. I'm glad to see him winning, because you all know my take, and that's this man should be seen as a retirement opponent, and he may have a chance after what we heard last night, which we'll talk about when we get to Saturday Night Main Event. We then had Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax. I don't remember this match.
Me either.
I don't remember anything that happened here.
Alexa won, I think.
Yeah, Alexa wins. There. We then had the contract signing versus Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre. In the main segment of the night, Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre confront each other one final time before their upcoming title match at Saturday night's main event. McIntyre crossed the line, smashing Rhodes through a table, demanding respect, and sent a message. And I was hopeful, man, because Cody was standing tall, because Drew ran away, And then he had to come back and take him out. And I was like, dude, Drew's standing tall. We all know what's going to happen, man. Wrestling psychology 101. Whoever stands tall, or it's not even whoever. It's just if the heel stands tall before the title match, he's losing. That's how it is every time.
Usually, yeah.
But it was a good show. I think the best match on that show was obviously Ilya. But yeah. Also on this, they had Kit Wilson came out with a new theme song and a new Tron that just said Kit Wilson.
That's insane.
And they were like, "Oh, Pretty Deadly split up," and he's like, "I'd never break up with him or something." It was so funny. But no, I think honestly, when we went to SmackDown, on main event, it was Kit Wilson versus Ray Phoenix, and it was honestly a good match. And no, I thought it was fine. I think Elton and Kit are fine. I think it's whatever. I thought the show was fine. Anything you want to say?
No, the show was good. I mean, nothing really like wicked special. I mean, just your normal go home show, contract signing, like 2 champion promos, which Tiffany and Jade was less of a promo, more of like a, I don't really know how to explain it, but it wasn't really a promo like Cody and Drew was. But the show overall was good. Decent matches. Ilya versus Nathan Frazier was really good.
I forgot to mention, Drew was like, "This contract's lopsided."
Yeah.
He was like, "If Cody gets counted out or DQ'd, he keeps his title. But if I do that, I don't get it." And so Cody's like, "Fine." Because Drew was just not going to show up.
Enough!
Yeah, his stupid enough. He's like, "No, you know what, fine. If I get DQ'd or counted out, I lose the championship." And Nick was like, "No, that's not okay." And Cody's like, "I don't care. Make it part of it." And so it did.
6-7.
Yeah, I thought the show was fine. I didn't even go trick-or-treating, so this is the highlight of my Halloween. It was pouring, and I don't know if I was going to say that.
It was raining for me, but, I'm not a sissy, so, that's the super close.
Okay, but listen, it was 36 degrees. I'm not wearing jorts and a short sleeve shirt.
Mine was like, it was like 50 for me, so it wasn't that bad.
It was so cold. It was,
We don't live next to each other, by the way, for those who are wondering.
So, I went to my uncle's, who's like maybe 10 minutes from here, and they had their power fully blown out in the entire area.
Oh, nice.
And so it was just pure darkness until like 7:30. But now it's time to talk about Saturday night's main event. The show started, and it was a bad sign. Started with the undisputed WWE Championship, and guess what?
What happened, Jonas? Who won?
Cody came out first,
Oh, yeah.
and Drew came out second. Drew's not the champion; he should be coming out first. And it was even worse because Drew didn't have broken dreams. And if he had broken dreams, he might have had a
Why do
chance.
you think he would have broken dreams?
Because he
wants his little theme back?
Yeah, he's been saying it a little bit. But it was a good match. I think it's their best match as of recently because the WrestlePalooza match was just awful. They at least tried to do the announce desk head kick, but then what was it? Cody. No, he didn't dodge. I don't remember. Something happened. Oh no, he punched him in the stomach. That's what it was. So he legitimately got out of it this time. It wasn't a ref thing. But a little bit of controversy. We had a DDT onto the championship from Cody, which would be a DQ. I saw some people saying that he purposefully ran into the ref. Don't know about that one. He also had a spot where he kind of messed up his knee. Don't know if that was real or not, if that was a work.
The Cody cutter.
Yeah, that type of thing. But my hypothesis was, after they announced that if Cody got DQ'd, he would lose the title, is that Randy would come out and he would on purpose blatantly punt kick Drew. So we get the punt kick, and then we get Drew winning, and then he attacks Cody afterwards, and it's like a whole thing.
Dude, Randy's turning. He definitely punt kicked Jacob.
He definitely did.
I have no doubt. Because a Claymore, you don't hit a Claymore in that position 1 and 2.
Yeah, and Drew was like not the type to be like, no, I didn't hurt him. Drew would tell you, I took him out.
Yeah, like if he took Punk out back in near Bad Blood.
He literally blatantly did.
But to be fair, that Punk feud was a big thing. Yeah. It's not like he was wicked I hate Jacob Fat too. About that.
I mean, technically
he does, but not as much as he gets back.
Anyway. Think about it. He would have, if he lost him, he wouldn't have fought in this match. So I don't know. But I thought the match was good. Yeah. We then had a squash match where
In a
Jade
way, yeah.
Jade
Wow.
Cargill got her lick back for SummerSlam after Tiffany squashed her there. Jade Cargill dominates in a 5-minute championship win for her first singles title in the company, her first world championship in her wrestling career against Tiffany Stratton. TV time is over. Just over 300 days. I think it's like 302. It was like barely.
Really? I thought she cashed in September.
No, it was January.
What?
It was the week. It was SmackDown, and then that Raw was Raw on Netflix. Right after.
Wow, I didn't know that. It felt like September for some reason.
It's random. Yeah, Jade was really dominant. I think her new.
Congratulations, Jimmy from the Q.
I know, love the guy. Yeah, I was in a stream last night, and I was like, "Yo, Jimmy, tonight's the night. Jade FC, stand up." And he was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Jonas, if I ever get a faction, you got a spot in there." And I was like, "That's my goat." But he did a little dance when Jade won. That was funny. We then had, I wasn't paying attention to this match, Intercontinental Championship, Dominic Mysterio versus Penta versus Rusev. I saw a little bit of it.
I was watching. I can go through it.
The show then had the Triple Threat IC title. Dominic Mysterio successfully defends against Penta and Rusev with some shenanigans. We had a few parts where Penta hit the Penta driver, where Rusev kicked out. We had a Mexican Destroyer. We had the Accolade locked in a couple times. And none of those said it, because when Penta was in the Accolade, Penta was in the Accolade, Rusev's freaking pulling back so hard, and the bell starts ringing. And I know me and Jaden were kind of like, whoa, he did not tap. And then I was like, he's doing it, the person who's ringing it so much, I was like, it's got to be Dom. So they pan over, it's Dom. Rusev thinks he won. Dom gets in the ring, takes advantage. 619, frog splash, retain. So that was pretty good. And then we get the announcement about the Last Time Is Now tournament. 16 participants. And this is what got me excited. From Raw, from SmackDown, from NXT, and other companies. That means we should have 4 from each. And if I had to pick, here, this is what we're gonna do right now. We're gonna draft our own 16 that we want to see. And I'll draft my 16. And then you just comment what you would change, because that'll be easier, okay? Mm-hmm. So from Raw, right? There's no way it's gonna be champions, so Dom's not gonna be in it. I'm gonna say, let's see. I'd love an AJ, because that's just like a good one. I'd love an LA Knight. I'd love a Penta.
We're probably gonna put Jay in it.
A Gunther return, because that's a speculated final match.
Oh yeah, it's probably gonna be Gunther. Really.
So if I had to take one of these out, it's probably AJ Styles. So from Raw, our picks are LA Knight, Penta, Jay Uso, Gunther. You agree on those? Those are 4.
Who did you race?
I got rid of AJ Styles because they already had a match.
Oh yeah.
SmackDown. I'd love to
Remember,
see.
he was saying that it's people that he hasn't faced before.
So LA Knight, Penta, Jey Uso,
he faced
Gunther.
LA Knight, didn't he?
No, he had a tag match with him.
Oh, you're right.
So Drew McIntyre. Drew, I would say Ilya, but champion, I don't think so.
Like a Fraxium.
Carmelo.
Do you think of Frazier and Axiom?
Could, that's a possibility. I think if Jacob didn't get attacked, Jacob.
Miz
for sure, yeah. And then is it gonna be like a solo?
Oh, probably an MFT.
So then, probably just a solo though, because that's 4.
Yeah.
So then NXT, it's gotta be Javon, it's gotta be Trick, it's gotta be Oba, and then if he wasn't champion, I would put Ethan Page in there.
We'll put it this way.
Like a Tavion Heights would be nice. Miles Bourne,
Joe
great
Hendry.
too. Hendry, no, we had other company.
True.
So, all right, do you want to agree on Javon, Trick, Oba, Tavion for NXT? All right, and now other companies.
Joe.
We're going to do other companies.
We'll do 2 from TNA, 2 from AAA.
No, other companies will say that. But if there's a chance.
Shut up. No, it's
If there's a
chance.
I'm
It's
putting
not gonna
down
be
Edge.
It's
But 2 from AAA, 2 from TNA. I know who I'd put for TNA.
I'd put Joe and Cardona.
No, Joe and Leon Slater.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be a good one. And then AAA, Mr. Iguana.
Or
La Parca.
Vikingo.
Oh yeah, Vikingo for sure.
Okay, here's my thing. So I'm going to the Raw on November 10th,
Yep.
and that's Cena's next appearance. So
But he's not having a match.
don't
Oh,
care.
I'm so mad.
this is what I think. This is what my uncle thinks gonna happen.
You know what? You know what?
gonna-
I'm gonna say that I'm mad about that, and then it's gonna be announced that CM Punk's having a world title match against like AJ Styles, and I'm not going. It's gonna be so bad.
So Cena's gonna open the show. He's gonna come out, talk about his retirement tour.
Yeah, they already announced that too. They already announced he's opening everything.
And then Miz is gonna come out, and he's gonna be like, "I deserve it. I deserve it."
Because that's his thing for a while now. It's like, oh, me and Cena had a feud and nobody wants to see it. Yeah, your match at
deserve it.
WrestleMania was awful.
So if you remember, around when was this?
Like end of summer?
Around end of summer, there was
Oh no, it was right before Clash in Paris.
a worldwide
Not worldwide, it was Europe.
European tour, and The Miz faced Joe Hendry
On three different
times. So I think The Miz could come out, interrupt Cena. I think I deserve a match, and he's gonna be like against, and it's gonna be quiet, and I want it to be Joe so bad, but I think it's gonna be Mello, and this is the one time I don't want to see Mello at a show. I don't even think I've ever seen him in person,
That's crazy.
but I don't want to see him. I want to see Joe.
I wrote it all down, so if we get all 16 of these right, we should get a free ticket to December 13th. That's not happening.
Wow. Yeah. All right. We're gonna clip this in the podcast. We're
Clip
gonna
this.
put it.
All right, this is
These are our predictions.
These are our predictions for these
We're
16
adding
men.
Triple H.
Okay, Raw. We're doing this as if there's 4 from each side of what they announced, and that's probably what will happen. Raw, we got LA Knight, Penta, Jey Uso, and a returning Gunther.
We're taking this down if we get it wrong.
SmackDown, Drew McIntyre, Carmelo, Miz, and Solo. NXT, Javon, Trick, Oba, and Tavion. Other companies, the dream pick has Edge,
No chance.
but the legit is Joe Hendry, Leon Slater, Mr. Iguana, and Vikingo. That's a great list.
I like the list.
That's a great list. I think it's very possible. So now we got to talk about the main event, the World Heavyweight Championship for the vacant World Heavyweight Championship. CM Punk vs. Jey Uso, and man, I was nervous. I went on Do Not Disturb. I turned off all videos that I was watching. I left Jimmy's stream because I had to lock in. I did not want to see a single text from Parker. I didn't want to see a tweet from Sean Ross Sapp. I didn't want to see anything if Punk were to lose. But man, this match was bad. And I was like, watch me go off on Jay last week, and then he puts on a good match for once against Punk. And thank God he didn't. Because the guy doesn't know how to take a neck breaker. And that was really bad. Punk kicked him on the neck. That was funny. Because it was a twisting neck breaker. So he grabs him while he's standing with him, and then he's supposed to twist. But then Jay was like going in the form of a stunner. It was so weird. But in the end, I also saw. So you remember Punk hit the spear, and they were like, "That was so bad. Why was it so bad?" And I saw a tweet. It was like, "It's called move steal for a finish. It's called move steal of a finish. That's why it was so bad because he's
Just like
stealing it
Death
from
and
Jay."
Punk,
Yes.
they would do the stomp in the GTS.
Yes, but I saw it because it was like, oh, he's stealing the move literally. He's making sure he does it like Jay does. That's why it sucked, and I was laughing at that. But after a back and forth showdown, which it wouldn't be in real life, CM Punk would clear. Jay hit some big moves, a spear through the barricade, and a splash had me ready to leave the room. I'm not even joking. I stood up and went to the doorway ready to go hop on Minecraft. And then Punk hits the spear, and then he picks him up for the GTS. They do the rope rebound, which almost got messed up because Punk was like wobbling. He hits another one. 1, 2, 3. I start hugging Jay, and I was like, I was so happy.
Yep.
And then the credits roll, and it fades to black, and Punk is still the world
He
champion.
makes that
man.
mean he's like Brock's coming
I
out.
feel like Brock's gonna come out. There's no way this ends good.
That's like your dream ending to a show.
I was about to say something bad. Did you fart? Did you fart? This mother fludger. Can we get some Febreze? Can they still hear me?
Yeah, they can hear you.
Okay. We're gonna talk about some Rebel Spirit Pro Wrestling. Parker, show the sun.
Yes, sir.
Parker wasn't there, but me and Jaden and my dad and my mom were, and we brought this beaut. No, turn it around.
Oh, I just want to show this right.
Yeah, turn it. We brought this beaut, which got recognized by Donovan Dijak himself. You can put it down.
No. It's fine.
Okay. I thought it was hilarious. A few people in the crowd saw it and they were laughing at it. Probably my favorite sign that I brought to a show besides the Punk sign, because obviously it got on TV. But yeah, this is hilarious. It's so good because I put it on Jaden's bed because he's the one who bought this. I put it on Jaden's bed where it was standing up, and he got home from his 9 to 5, which it's not actually 9 to 5, but it sounds better if I say that.
6 to 7.
It was 8 p.m. He got home for wrestling, and he goes in our room to change out of his work clothes, and he screams because he goes, "All I saw was a face."
I thought Jaden made that at work.
Yes, but
You said you put it on his bed?
yeah, because the show was Thursday, and so Friday.
Oh.
Yeah, I walked in and turned left and wow.
Yeah. But the show was great. Dijak saw it, the sign a couple times, and yeah, we gotta get some type of affiliation with that company. We gotta get something.
Rebel Spirit.
But it's time.
We should have a match.
It's time for the greatest part of the entire podcast, Parker's Wrestler of the Week and my Match of the Week. There's no shock here. Match of the Week is Ilya Dragunov versus Nathan Frazier for the U.S. Championship. Great match, really hard hitting. My favorite spot was either one of them jumped off the middle rope for a springboard and got caught into a nasty inverted DDT. Love that spot. But let's talk about your favorite Wrestler of the Week. And
No.
yeah, there's a lot of good matches. I think this could be a good person to pick.
I was thinking about.
I think another good person is where this guy.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was trying to think of a name. Yeah, I'll give it to Jade.
All right,
Just cause,
5 minutes.
even though it was a short match, she won her first title in WWE.
She won her first title in a shorter amount of time than Punk held the World Heavyweight Championship at SummerSlam.
That's
pretty
hard,
sure.
That's hard to do. But yeah, Jade deserves it.
Also, I brought this out just cause last week was Halloween. What's the time for the thing? 'Cause if it's short, I'm gonna talk about my haircut.
We're at 42.
Should I talk about my haircut?
No,
No.
but
Okay.
tell me after.
All right. That is it for this week. This is
Let me-
episode
I'm
47.
gonna start doing this weekly. I'm gonna start trying to throw my hat at the camera.
We will see you in the next one.